There, taken up the wall by Amadio. Kings hold it in right point. Swung to the opposite side. Dumoulin shoots, hit a body in front, deflects towards the wall, and Moore slings it up top. Clark steps in, shoots, saved by Marilainen, no rebound.
Well, the King.
And stepping down into the corner, taken behind the goal, it's Halliday. Steps along the boards, hands it off toward the left circle. A shot saved by Kemper, and then put back in front, another save. Kings poke it away, but not out. And now Hodgson for Ottawa charges out through neutral ice. Kings will intercept in their own zone. Fired around the wall, intercepted right wing. Spence steps in, shoots, tipped to a save by Kemper. He will cover it at the near post. Deneau has the puck under his skate, battling with his former teammate Jordan Spence. He's trying to pull it up the wall, deflects to Anderson, swings to the right. One-timer, stick save by Marilainen. Send it back to the LA end. Clark rattles it around the wall, deflected up the boards. Ottawa holds it in. Giroux, top of the circles, and then the high slot. Then Zub shoots, save. Kemper hit a body on the rebound that deflected away. Sens keep it moving in the offensive end. Around the wall, turn toward the goal, glove save Kemper. I would say Z, right? Shot off the draw, turned away by Kemper. Stützle along the wall. Takes it back up top, then curls back in. Centering feed, loose puck in front. Batherson tried to play it off the goaltender. Kings knocked it out of the air and will step back the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Stützle gets back to defend. And then Fiala tried a quick move to get a shot off. Couldn't get it to go. And then Byfield recovers toward the middle. Kempe shoots safe. Rebound. Put back in front. And a sprawling save by Marilainen. He'll get a whistle.
Big out. You'll see Kemper in goal as he has to stretch across right there. He's pushing. He extended right there with the left leg pad. He gets back up. Didn't show anything immediately, but it's probably right there. Just. And you see Edmondson come across too, ahead of Darcy Kemper. Hoover, our producer, pointing that out to me, so that's always a concern. That's why he went to the trainer, discuss things. Concussion protocol.
Fogle banks the puck up the wall. Dumoulin over to Clark, right point. Clark shoots, deflected away, knocked out of the air, and then stopped by the goaltender, Marilainen. Prevented the Kings from stepping in onside. So now Fabian Zetterlund fires it deep to the Kings zone. Karam's all the way around the wall out to center ice. And the Kings will flip it deep. Force Marilainen to punch it away as the Kings complete a change. Back into the LA zone and around the wall. Sends intercept, centering feed from Eller. Deflected away by LA, up the wall. Kings start into the neutral zone, numbers the other way. Fiala over the line, steps in. Cross-ice pass, one-timer. Kicked away by Marilainen. Along the wall, Kempe forces a turnover. Up top, Mo Verare hands it to Ceci. His shot deflected and kicked away off the end of the goaltender's pad. One by one, new forwards for LA, hopping over the bench in each direction. And now Pinto steps into the offensive zone. Pinto shoots in and out of Kemper's glove. Clark holds it in and slaps it around the wall. Toward the far side, cleaned up by Ottawa and lifted all the way back down the ice. Foot race collected by the Sens. A chance in front, saved by Kemper.
Actual chance.
Los-Anджелес,
as it's coming right at you.
Holding.
Tries with a stick initially. There's a bear hug there for a split second. And of course, when you're in that situation, you see Amadio protecting the puck. You see the wraparound, so there's no question. It actually came before.
Veteran forward starts down the ice, down the middle. Here comes Ceci, the defenseman. Ceci shoots, save, rebound, backhander toward the front from Fogle. Couldn't find Kopitar back post. Still no score in this game here in Los Angeles. Now LA out of its own end. LaFerriere, room to skate over the blue line, leaves it back. Mo Verare shoots, save by Marilainen, and then put back toward the front by Moore. Kings looking for it. Deneau's shot blocked, then Moore gets it back. He shoots, pad save Marilainen. Eller tries to get it out, cannot. Kings hold it in. Mo Verare back to the far wall, deflected to Deneau. He settles it down, tried to feed it up top. His pass was blocked by Jensen, and now Ottawa down the ice. Ladle to the middle, over to the left wing. Halliday shoots, saved by Kemper. He denies Halliday of what would have been his first NHL goal.
Halliday trying to go tweeners, the position.
He evades Deneau around the wall, skates back to the blue line. The lefty forward Stützle toward the circle. Stützle shoots, save Kemper falling down at the near post.
So once you lock onto a guy, he ends up behind the net. Keep him on the outside. Stick into the hands. Maybe that's what he was talking about there. Comes to the other side. Can he get to the inside? And at the end, he ends up going down, gets a shot on goal. What Deneau did there, at least, there's what Stutzer was talking. Now, see when he goes down like that? I think if he stays on his feet there, he gets a hooking call against him.
He might.
He might, but he goes down.
Next to Marilainen. Final minutes of period 2, still looking for a goal. Stützle steps in. Stützle in front, stopped by Kemper. Loose puck for Joel Edmondson to the middle. Sanderson guides it away, and then Cousins back to Sanderson at the point. Sanderson swings it in deep, then toward the middle. Quick shot, save Kemper. Loose puck, save again by the goaltender.
He's getting across. Little traffic here to contend with, but watch his low shot, save, across the crease, save again. Up, goes off the back of the, maybe the side of the net. And you can see the pad is there. And that's how close it was. You don't get much time, high above. Darcy Kemper just shuffling across.
1 minute left in the frame, puck toward the front, save off Pinto. Kings take it away. They've got numbers the other direction if they hurry. Chipped forward, Byfield in, Byfield circle, bad! Off the post, spun back toward the goal, it deflects away.
Get it by the first shot blocker. Nice pass. Fiala perfect. And as I mentioned, you can see just that last little glide stride. Watch, Byfield set himself, lean in, and run. Back foot to front foot. There's Edmondson coming across again, controlling time and space. He's done a good job here in the third.
He and Anderson out together. Stretch pass all the way down the ice. In comes Armia. Along the wall, Armia centers. They score! Fogle at the near post. He tips on the Armia centering pass. And finally, the Kings strike. It's 1-0 LA.
It was perfect, but it all starts by that long stretch pass. Wow. We haven't seen one of those all game long. And at the end, Armia just says, I'm going hard. That pass is as hard as a shot. And he has his head up all the way. Far post drive. You want to drive to the far post. That way the goaltender probably doesn't get involved in the play. King's trying to get on Stützle early here. Make sure he doesn't build up some speed while he enters the zone.
Amadio drops it back. Zub shoots, save. Kemper, he pulls the rebound right back to him. He will retreat to the Ottawa zone. And new personnel out for the Senators as well. Stützle over the Kings line. Looks for help. Curls the puck back up top toward the blue line. Then Jensen to the left side. A shot save. Kemper. Loose puck score! Put back in. Zetterlund had the last chance. And Ottawa's tied it 1-1.
And just by time, Stützle gets over the line. Again, just by that possession. Now there's the, remember I mentioned earlier, usually when you look to create, when things have been real tight, defensemen get involved, and that's exactly what happens right there. Mattenpalo gets involved with a shot, rebounds up high, not controlled, right down, timing is perfect, but the extra activation, good save by the tender.
Last chance for LA. Clark steps in, waits for help, drops it back to Corey Perry. He'll skate in deep, banks it up the wall. Edmondson to Clark, shoots, score! Redirected on the way through. Clark had the shot right at the end of the power play, and it's 2-1 LA in the third.
And this is simple. Entry, low to high, shot. Who gets it? Zub gets it. The defenseman of the Ottawa Senators. But it's simple. It doesn't have to be hard. It's fortunate. But it's getting things done. 1 second remaining on that power play. So officially a power play goal. And the Kings
tried to loop it to the middle, blocked. Jensen kept it in. Around the goal, goalie out of the net for Ottawa. Kings intercept, cleared down the ice toward the empty net, off the outside of the post. It's an icing.
Just been off for about 2 seconds when this happens. It looks like it was bouncing towards the net as it hit the ice on the edge. Right here, it hits, bang, it goes back, but not enough.
Stützle looks to the far side, cross ice pass, intercepted by LA. Anderson tried to lift it down the ice, got blocked, and Stützle shoots, and a save by Kemper. Time winding down for Ottawa. Sanderson fires it deep. 5 seconds left. Puck deep to the Kings zone. They'll tie it up in the corner, and the Kings hang on